BSdiscover. How you doing? This is my second reaction video. And of course, when you're a chosen one, it's always a video that will explain more to your viewers why you have certain niches on your channel, why you attract certain energy. Either you experience that energy, you survive that energy, and it's for you to teach others so they can survive. And as you survive, others are being brought to teach you how to survive. But the unity, the energy, each one must come up on the touch. So please give this a like. Please become a subscriber. The reason why I chose Spiritual Soul is because I've been watching him for some years now. I see when he stays, I see when he disappears. I watch his reaction. I know when something is okay. I know when he's working on something. And that attention that he had going on just drew me even closer. And also what I was experiencing, why I am still around famous people. People draw from famous people, which are people who are trying to come up. And for some reason, they have to be around you. And if you find yourself falling short, then there's a question of what truly is going on. Stay with me and don't leave until this video is ended.
Spiritual Soul in the building, Kaiser, Nature Soul in the building, man, Sample. Kaiser, in the building. Dewey Soul in the building, Smooth Skin Soul in the building, man, Sample. Simple. Now, first thing first, I know y'all ain't heard my voice. I needed a week to reset. I needed to gather a lot of information. I know y'all ain't heard my voice in a minute. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. Right here. And focus on yourself. I was just trying to see, because the sun be in my face, so it'd be hard for me to see the camera. Now listen, for all my new subscribers that's here, y'all just came in from my most recent video. I hope y'all motherfuckers got a chance to get to know me, my nigga. Because this type of content that I'm flowing in right now, it has a deeper meaning, and it's for the second wave. I already told y'all about the second wave. And I'm still waiting for a lot of y'all to just continue to get on y'all shit. I hope you've been, like, really taking the shit in that I'm dropping. Get your popcorn ready, because this is another one. And this one is about the real vampires. The frequency drinkers. The ones I ain't gonna lie, I probably didn't fuck over 50 of them throughout a lifetime, especially in my 20s. We all fall victim to them on a regular basis. You also got I'm gonna break this shit down so y'all can know. Nothing you thought that was scary and all this shit is not true. Everything you thought was scary, all the fear that was put in you, bro, most of the shit ain't even true. I'm trying to help y'all remember. Now listen. For all the chosen ones that woke up in 2020 and you took a step back, I'm trying to tell you, right now you don't have to be perfect. We need your flaws and all, my nigga. Most people only can relate to your flaws. You smoke weed, nigga? Bro, I do too. But to be honest with you, some people can't quit unless they see you quit. Because you're a reflection of them. They get that motivation from you. So don't think you gotta come on this bitch being perfect. Cause I ain't. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. Here I am. We here. Sometimes, bro, these youngins from 2010, born between 2010 and 2015, when you see this next shift, they gonna be fucking shit up. Frequency-wise, they frequency warriors. And then the ones born under them are old souls, ancient souls. That's gonna see the reset. A lot of y'all gotta understand these Illuminatis, these secret societies, a lot of these, they ramping up technology at a mass rate right now. You probably can't see it because you own this shit.
I wanted to put this in there. You know, he spoke of sleeping with several people. I know when I was in a car accident, 2 car accidents actually, 4 months apart, I was blacking out, memory loss and so on. There was a lot of people in music around me, a lot of young artists, people from New York, South Carolina, Georgia, definitely Georgia, people who already lived in Florida. A lot of people came to New York to where I was and was around me. Females, males, all kind of cultures. It was just crazy. And I was trying to make sure that, I like entertainment. My people are entertainment. So, of course, you want to join in. But there's so much you learn. And at that particular time, so much craziness was going on. I'm pretty sure I'm going to share it with you in here. But we spoke of sleeping with people. There are people in entertainment. And I've dated people who knew people in entertainment. And you never knew you was that host. You was that person they had to get next to try to drain your energy. Your energy is good. Your energy is strong. You got positive energy. They want to take that away from you. Sleep is one. On my last encounter with one, even though I was attracted, there was one moment that, we were together and I resisted. Something told me to resist. No, that's not for you. That's for everybody else. That is not for you. They want to take a part of you so they can take it into a conversation or into a room and destroy your reputation just to say, I had. Do you understand? So I'm happy to know that I was able to block that off. And that's one thing you're going to learn in this video. And I'm going to keep touching on some parts. If he touch a part that I've been through, you're definitely going to know. Now, come on. And I'm truly interested, and my reaction is truly clear.
These Illuminatis, these secret societies, a lot of these, they ramping up technology at a mass rate right now. You probably can't see it because you own this shit. But it's over. Now, I want y'all to listen up. My recent video, if y'all haven't seen my recent video, go watch it. Because the energy is directly aligned with this one. I'm talking to y'all about the parasite, what they call demon. I'm talking to y'all, I'm going deep beyond the veil, bruh. In the unknown, okay? I hope y'all been protecting y'all energy. It's still November. I know a lot of y'all niggas probably got dropped off. I'm still here. I had to go through a lot. My girl's birthday was November 10th. Nigga, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it wasn't even me. I ain't doing shit. I ain't saying too much about nothing. Now check this out, y'all. So I dropped a video about the Watchers. My recent video, I told y'all the ones that's running this matrix. I told y'all all about them. I painted the picture for you. I told you how they feed. I told you what they do. I told you what they was doing before they fell, the frequency fell, etc. These vampires, they call frequency drinkers. This is what our ancestors used to call them. They've been here since the beginning. Okay? Pay attention, because you're not going to be ever afraid of a vampire ever again after you hear this. And I'm going to give you methods and tell you everything you need to know to protect yourself from them on a regular basis. So look, the vampires. Most of the vampires got their power, their technology from the Watchers, the ones that's running this matrix, the ones that's switching bodies. The vampires, before the vampires fell in frequency, they was energy transmuters. So just like I told y'all, the Watchers, the ones that's running this matrix, the Watchers was protecting dreams. They was protecting memory. They kept shit flowing for the chosen ones at that time. The vampires, the original vampires, before they was called vampires by, y'all know who called the vampires? The ones that stole the matrix. They called them.
Wow, this is interesting, this reaction to this video. Yes, the Watchers. I think at the beginning I had Watchers around me because they the one who flight first and became more famous and were famous through other people. But they have certain tools they use too. I don't know if he's going to tell you, but I've learned that dream catcher. Somebody hand me a dream catcher, which is, it looks like a net. If I have a picture of it, I definitely put it in this video so that you can see what a dream catcher is. And it's when you sleep, it catches your blessing, but they already put a curse on it, but it's around you. Come on.
So look, there was frequency transmuters. So you know how when you hold it onto your sexual energy and you got to transmute that energy, you got to let it flow. They tell you got to work out, breathe, meditate, walk, run. You got to transmute the energy or it'll start working against you. In the spirit realm, the original vampires was transmuting the energy, making sure shit flowed for the chosen ones, making sure shit wasn't stagnated. Bro, as above, so below. You got to make sure everything flowing. They was making sure the energy was right for us. Everything was working for us. And then it switched when frequency fell. Now they take from us. Remember I told you everything fell in frequency, even us. Nigga, we used to be taller. Nigga, we used to be like fucking 8 feet. I'm not making this shit up. 10 feet. We dropped. Nigga, we used to live way longer than what we fucking living. That's why most ancestors, bro. That's why I ain't gonna get too distracted because the seed ain't gonna be able to be planted. I ain't gonna get pulled off. But we fell in frequency too. Just the bugs fell in frequency.
Yeah, your sexual energy, that's something you definitely gonna have to protect. There's been places like when I used to go see shows, especially in Florida, some gay boys, and then straight people after that. But I knew the sexual energies, like after a show, who you gonna take home, what we gonna do. And I always exit. That was just me. I went home. I didn't stay. I saw a show and I went home. And that's the same now. When just recently a lot of rappers came up with well-known famous rappers. I'm not going to mention any names, but most people who know me would know. But I noticed that sex was the main attraction. You could tell through their behavior. It's like, okay, the show is over. Oh, let's go rent a room. Or sometimes they'll have like a place where you go rent a room and everybody see a movie and only certain people could be invited to this private movie that's being shown. So what is it so private? You know, those are the open doors that they have. So you have to definitely protect your sexual energy. You know, I find myself now, when you get into your real vibrations, your lead already. I've been running. I always ran. I play basketball. That's my best sport that I like to do when I exercise is play ball. But I've been running, I've been exercising, and I try to get it in. I try to take that energy, either it's reading or doing something. If not, they're going to eat off your energy. And by trying to embarrass you is another way of eating off your energy. Let's say we are going this place and they never show up or you never go. That's trying to mess with your vibration. But if you have a strong vibration, you're going to continue to do what you need to do to keep the day going and your energy positive. Stay with me because I know a lot of you definitely going through.
It's deeper than the movies. Now, I've been sitting on this shit for 5 days and I had to make sure I had everything layered and perfect for y'all. I want y'all to take this shit in because most people can't really and probably never will be able to connect and see. They're not holding on to their energy. They're not protecting their gazer. They're not protecting their energy. They're not doing a lot of stuff that they can do to really become aware of this shit, but it's here. So look, first I'm about to talk to y'all about the real vampires, okay? The real frequency drinkers, not the physical ones. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. First, I'm about to talk to y'all about the real vampires. I'm about to break this shit down so you can really understand this. And if you're somebody who got dreams to make it, you're going to come across these type of energies and you can protect yourself from it. If you want to make it in the music industry, if you want to do any type of thing, you're a chosen one. We going to get the light codes, y'all. I hope y'all know it's chosen ones in the industry. We receiving the light codes from them through their music. Everybody ain't bought or sold out. They just controlled. Their frequency is still controlled. They can't go too far with their message, but we receiving it. Y'all know who they are. They kind of always been the same. They still kept their energy. They haven't really changed. They're not really chasing charts either. But they gods in that shit. Y'all know who they are. I ain't saying no names. Spiritually, when you're on the frequency, you know. So listen. I'm about to talk to y'all about the real. These are, our ancestors called these frequency drinkers. So this is how frequency drinkers can get you, okay? This is how they operate. This is how they work. This is the real vampires beyond the veil, the real ones. Whenever you black out from drugs or alcohol, you're spiritually compromised. They can copy the frequency and heat signature of your aura, my nigga. So when you black out, you so lit, you probably popped it. You probably did Xannies, you probably did something. You so lit, you black out. A vampire can body snatch and take over. You doing your thing. You still talking to your bros, you still talking to the hoes. It ain't you. If you ever want to know who it is that blacks out, and then you wake up to stories like, bro, you was doing this, you was doing that, but you don't remember none of it, those are the real vampires. They don't have to bite you, bro. They don't do that. That's low vibrational fear shit. Those are the real vampires. They body snatch. It's deeper though. We about to get there. But if you ever been in a situation to where you seen a friend blacked out or you blacked out, I blacked out over 10 times. Got fucked up a million times. Nigga drunk as hell, hungover. And people told me, bro, you was still dancing, nigga. What you mean you don't remember, bro? You almost took that girl home. It's not you. The vampire can copy your aura when it's broken down because you compromise. So they can clone your inner essence. These are how the real vampires work. They not biting and looking for blood, bro.
Whoa, blackouts, whoa. Now, I think I explained I had blackouts, but I never got that drunk to have a blackout, you know. But, you know, I drink occasionally. I don't drink all the time. If I'm drinking because I'm meeting some people, we having a couple of drinks, but it's not a daily consumption, you know. And you have to be very careful of who you're around, you know. Like I said, the vampires, the energy drinkers, the people who try to take the energy away from you to make you look like you are some type of way, but you're not. But people will have to know your character, you know. And I know when I was in an accident, everybody that was coming up around me, because I wasn't at home, like one time I woke up, I said, wait up. And when I walk into the room, somebody that I was seeing had all these people inside the house. And then when I was downstairs, there was more people in the car watching the house. And nobody was saying anything. I jumped in my car quickly and I left. The next day I woke up, packed my stuff and left because that was a moment that I didn't even know I was blacking out. I didn't know I was blacking out during the memory loss, during the effects of the accident. But at one point, I became aware because that's when I went through postmortem distress disorder, which is I'm coming out of my accident. The mind is getting its back together. Now the mind woke up and say, we're up now. We're no longer asleep. And those are the times that people will take advantage of you when you're down. And I'm saying it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And between 2 to 3 o'clock, I want you to know those when the vampires do come out. They call them the witches come out. That's the witches hour around that time. Like who would be in your house 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning while you sleep? If I would have never came out of my bedroom, then I would have never known the circumstances. Let's get into this video. So I'm reacting in a way in which I'm understanding what he's saying, but I'm being like, wow, this stuff really does happen.
Whenever you black out from drugs or alcohol, you're spiritually compromised. They can copy the frequency and heat signature of your aura, my nigga. So when you black out, you so lit, you probably popped, you probably did Xannies, you probably did something. You so lit, you black out. A vampire can body snatch and take over. You doing your thing. You still talking to your bros, you still talking to the hoes. It ain't you. If you ever want to know who it is that blacks out, and then you wake up to stories like, bro, you was doing this, you was doing that, but you don't remember none of it, those are the real vampires. They don't have to bite you, bro. They don't do that. That's low vibrational fear shit. Those are the real vampires. They body snatch. It's deeper though. We about to get there. But if you ever been in a situation to where you seen a friend blacked out or you blacked out, I blacked out over 10 times. Got fucked up a million times. Nigga drunk as hell, hungover. And people told me, bro, you was still dancing, nigga. What you mean you don't remember, bro? You almost took that girl home. It's not you. The vampire can copy your aura when it's broken down because you compromise. So they can clone your inner essence. These is how the real vampires work. They not biting and looking for blood, bro. We gonna get to those physical ones that's on 1 HP. We gonna get to them that can't take the sun. I'm gonna talk to you about them. But these frequency drinkers, this is how they operate. This is how they body snatch. This is what they do. And once they do body snatch you,
You take a seat back. It's kind of similar to Get Out. Or it's like you on anesthesia. You know how you just wake up after surgery or you get your tooth pulled, you just wake up. You don't remember. It's like a flash. This is happening to celebrities right now. They in the back seat. They don't know. We about to get there, okay? And this video is kind of me helping celebs too, because they're not against us with this situation. They don't even know. Most of them is hosts. But I told y'all this, when you blacking out, what body snatches you, I know y'all always wanted to know that because you don't remember, it's not you. Those are vampires. Frequency drinkers. They can enter when you unconscious through blood. So celebrity niggas, because y'all been hitting me, listen to this. Because you go into the industry and you fucking everything. You got so much money and unlimited pussy. Listen, because this how they get y'all niggas. They can enter when you unconscious through blood, sex, ritual, and touch. This is how celebrities get body snatched without even knowing. Even with touch. They have to be a more powerful frequency to do it with touch. But celebrities, y'all celebrity niggas, bro, y'all surrounded by all this shit. Is when you selling your soul, most of y'all sold your soul through fucking a bitch. You made a spiritual contract with a parasite. So now she's breaking you down to become a host. Listen, those rapping niggas are not vampires. They're cosplay players. Some of them are hosts though, for the frequency feeders, for the drinkers. Once you become a host, you can become, over time, a real vampire. Not drinking blood and shit. I'm about to get there. So listen to me, y'all. So look, if you're a celebrity, bro, don't fall asleep around a whole bunch of celeb niggas, bro. Seriously, don't do no toast at no parties. We don't know who they praying to, nigga. That's a ritual. I want to thank God. We don't know their gods they thanking. We don't know them. I want to give thanks to this and that. Don't do it. Get the fuck on before the party ends. Don't be falling asleep around. Don't use they doctors either. If you're a celebrity, don't use celebrity doctors. Get your own doctor. Because that's how they get your vitals.
Whoa, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Yes, trust me and believe exactly what I told you is that they will drain off of you. Don't fall asleep around and don't pray to their God. When they toasting, one thing I did do, I know he's going to tell you what you got to do, but one thing I did before I got into the entertainment, I joined NA. Not because I was a narcotic, whatever, addict or anything. It was because I knew what I was going to be around NAA, and I knew I'll be drinking, but I wanted to make sure that I would not be affected by it. And the stories that they told me, waking up on a railroad track, not knowing the train didn't see you the night before. Waking up in places that they could have been killed because they done drunk so much. Waking up and somebody's in the bed, maybe 2 or 3 people in the bed with you. But it wasn't you. And that happened to me after my accident because I was having my blackouts. People was telling me I was doing things. I was like, doing things? Doing what? Because the people I was around, my accident were people who was supposed to be protecting me, not allowing things to happen. Like I'm in your house and I know you're going to watch over me. You're not going to let anything happen to me because I've done it for you. I've done it for you and your fam. So the reason why I know that he's coming to my existence, coming to my play, because the energy, so my vibration is up, it got to bring me more information. It got to let me know you made the right choices. And even though you think you may be failing, and even though these vampires and parasites are still messing with you, they are going to know that they are being exposed. And soon people's going to start to watch people around you because the message is being brought because there's something going on. Come on.
Choose. And it gives you lustful desires, self-hate, and a weird thirst for fetishes. Most vampires like dominating men too. They like dominating you, bullying you. It devours your seed. So in the spirit realm, you become like a rock. Like you can't protect yourself at all if you die right now. If you highly beyond addicted to porn and stuff, and even off you lusting, like just seeing one and you don't know she a vampire, she's poking more holes in your aura. You might start watching the most worst porn you have ever seen in your life. All of this come from vampire energy. The vampires is connected with the succubus. That's why most vampires start becoming weird. Listen, they can distort how you perceive yourself. See, y'all thought vampires was just all about biting. That's funny, ain't it? I'm telling y'all, these secret societies know this shit, and they never wanted you to look at it this way. The vampires has never been more powerless. Bro, listen, they can distort how you perceive yourself. It can turn a thug feminine. So if y'all ever sees anybody, I don't know, and out of nowhere, it happens overnight. They like on some other shit, completely against everything they ever stood for. That's a vampire. That's a host. It could turn a thug feminine. It could make a beautiful princess go bald.
Wow, that's interesting. And sometimes when you're with somebody they met could be eating off of them and they're eating off of you. They're trying to get to you. And that's where it comes through when that sexual or that touch. You know, one time I was on a dance floor and I was dancing. I couldn't got close, but my vibration already told me if you get close, that person's going to touch you. I mean, it was like, there's no way you're going to say no. The dance was too sexual. The dance was too inviting. Do you understand? But a lot of people don't know how to say no. A lot of people don't know how to dance on the dance floor. And when the person turned around, they were dancing alone by themselves, you know. And even though you may be wrong in the gesture, you may be right in the move, which means you were saving yourself for a particular reason, because them people were using that person to get close to you, but they had to get to you because you're about to be, your energy is more than what they have. So they got to live off of your energy. They don't have no energy, but the night energy. I know he's talking about the sun, but I'm talking about the moon people too. But come on.
Can only body snatch a low vibrational being, someone who's already a host. Now, these is the ones that can hijack hosts. Okay? These is the ones that can body snatch a celebrity who has been hijacked. These ones, the 1 HP ones, they have to switch bodies. One that's already a host can take the sun. He's getting his energy from worship. He's getting his energy from fear. All of that shit. Food. Vampires feed off that. Fear, worship. Vampires get worshipped the most. They are flooded in the entertainment industry. Flooded. Most of them is just hosts, they don't know. And when you put 2 and 2 together, you can make a whole list and you know who they are. If you've been keeping up with them throughout their whole career for over the years, you will see when the shit happened with them. You will put the stories together. You will start putting 2 and 2 together. You like, what the fuck? Yes. Most of them come and see the unseen. Most of them are chosen ones, so they fight in it and then they wake back up. But then the media already labeled them as some crazy shit. Shit crazy, y'all.
So now you got some type of inclination of what's going on, what we going through, where we reach, then we fall back, because sometimes we have to fall back because of what we see, and we have to get stronger to fight the fight. Or somebody were taken away, somebody's life was lost. We've seen a lot of lives lost. You always see a lot of lives lost as you are around these people. Most likely it's family and friends. So this is really like, my reaction to this video is like, wow, I'm happy that he allowed us to be entertained by him and what he say. And everybody has way of conflict. But when he spoke of the unknown, the crazy thing is, sometimes other people come to you, and in my prayer, because one thing I do is pray, and I started to pray about God protect me from the known, listen, and the unknown. Things I don't know about that's going on. Because things could be happening to you. You don't know what's happening to you. Because they're that strong. But sometimes God allows it, or it will happen, because they want them to think they're going to get away with it. Because we don't want the few, we want the many. And the longer it happens, the more people are going to come around them and be happy and give them cheer to what they're doing. In the meantime, you're sitting there watching, say, that's one, that's two. That's how he knew, by watching, that that person was not alone. He said he done slept with a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure that you done slept. That's why it's so important to protect your sexual energy. Go running. Do some type of sports, swimming, anything that's going to let your energy, that you have, the extra energy, be useful for you. So you're using your energy and not somebody else that's taking all your energy. So until next time, I thank you for watching my Astrophy video. I hope you like it. It's Parental advisory, of course. I'm going to make sure I have that in the content. I'm going to have once again, link video in there where he can discuss what he did. But half of what he did, I already know that I consumed the knowledge way beforehand. If not, I will not be here giving you this message. Until next time, BSdiscover.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake